Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. Welcome to the page. Like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you. Because you could be doing anything with your time right now, and you sitting here, locked in, focused, listening to what I got to say. And today, I got a special guest appearance. My man Stan from BK, Brooklyn, Flatbush, Brooklynite. What's going on, man?
Man, 50 grand, always.
You already know, man. I had to bring my man out because he's a seasoned veteran. I know y'all used to hearing me flop my mouth. I was like, you know what? Let me get somebody else just to spit their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Give it their point of view so you just could see I ain't just talking shit. You know what I mean? So what's going on, Stan, man? How's everything, man?
Everything is good, man. Everything is good. First, I want to say, congratulations to my man Jay. Definitely doing his thing. Definitely killing him.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Proud of him. He's definitely giving everybody the real and the raw.
Trying.
And that's what we need out here, man. There's a lot of nonsense, a lot of loud noise, but it's kicking the real. That's what we need.
That's it. Raw and organic, man.
Absolutely.
No, it's not scripted. We live. Well, we ain't live as far. Well, we are technically live.
Oh,
The
you
video
live?
ain't live,
Absolutely. Yeah, you already know.
but you already know, man. So my man Stan is a seasoned veteran, married, marriage life. How long you been married for, Stan?
Married 10 years. 10 years. Had a vow renewal this summer.
Okay.
And this coming December will be 16 years together.
Oh man, 16 years.
16 years.
Was it an easy 16 years? How some people can't last 16 months, man. You talking about 16 years?
Absolutely. It's definitely a beautiful thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's been wonderful, but it's definitely, you have your ups and your downs, you know what I'm saying? Your highs and your lows. It's not easy. It's definitely hard work.
Yeah.
But when you have a person who, understands you, communicates well, you'll be able to work through anything, you know what I'm saying? Because in that time frame, things will change. We change, everybody changes. It's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? It may be something that you're doing your 5th year together, that by your 8th year together, you're just not doing. You maybe a food that you were into at first and you're not into. This doesn't mean, ladies, that a man doesn't love you the same or anything. He loves you more than ever.
Yeah.
But you just have to embrace that change, adjust, and work through everything, and you're good.
So do you think it's an intentional change, or people are just moving around and changing because they're getting older and life is life, or are people working on themselves and intentionally putting that? Because when you want something to change, you got to start changing with yourself first.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure you can't. As much as you might want to change your wife for certain things, and she might want to change you, we can't change nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how does that work for you though?
I think it's when you're together, you must, you're a unit. You're a unit, but you're still individual people.
100%.
And I think a lot of relationships, people lose that, whether it be the man or the female.
Yeah.
You have to understand you're still an individual person, that you still, to be that man, to be that ultimate husband, that father, their best friend, you still have to work on yourself, because you're not perfect. No one is perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say everything that falls on a man itself is so much that he has to deal with being the husband, the father, whether it be a man who's the breadwinner, whether it be a man who, different situations for everybody.
Facts.
You have to bring that high level every day. No days off.
No days
because
off.
that's what builds a man.
Yeah.
And sometimes females don't understand it, and they shouldn't, because they're not a man. They're not in these shoes. They're not in these pants. They're not in these boxes.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm not in these shoes of a female who is the ultimate nurturer. With that brings the emotional stability, the nurturing stability. Whether it be cook, cleaning, being there for the kids, being there for a man who's physically broken down. You have that role, and that is your role. You master that role.
Yeah.
But the man has his roles as well, and he has to play those in order to make things, make sure everything runs smooth. And it's still a team, because you have those women out there that say, I, this, understandable.
Yeah.
But don't forget it's a team,
Yeah.
but that team always got one. It's one main captain,
So one captain, you know.
and it's got to be the man for that. You know what I'm saying?
You heard about man. It's just one chief. We gotta have Indians, man. We can't have two chiefs, man. It's gonna cause. We both can't drive at the same time, man. Sometimes he might be leading, and sometimes she might be leading. It all depends on the situation at hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
when you say, can you say that she's receptive? Because you know, I hear you talking all that. You know, the man is this and that and third, but you know, a lot of females might, you know, they might have something to say about that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because they might feel like, and if they feel like they're doing the most, then maybe you're with the wrong man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you feel like you're doing the most in your relationship, maybe you're with the wrong individual. And I'm not talking about as far as finances, because in this day and world, women, it's like we right here. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of places, women are actually the breadwinners in some relationships. That doesn't mean you're not with a high value man just because you're making more money than him.
Absolutely. And not the but, and that's a lot of misconception that you hear out there with these other podcasters and this and that, and they do these group sessions where they have all the women in the audience, and if you're not with a man who's pump your brakes, depending on your situation, and that's the main thing, because if a role is reversed and a man is still putting in that time, that effort, that value, everything, and he may not be making as much as you, well, he's still bringing to the table everything he could bring to make sure y'all keep going forward. It goes both ways. That doesn't mean he's not a high value man, or he's not bringing this to the table. Because this chick on this blog said, well, if he's not making six figures and doing this, that
don't make you a man. You can be making 6-digit figures and be a herd. 100%. Corny. You know what I'm saying? He's dogging you out. He's making 6-digit figures, and you think you're the main, and you're the side. You're not even the side piece.
You're the fifth one that he lives with you, but you're fifth. You're fifth on his list. You know what I'm saying?
And they're gonna tolerate that stupid shit because he's making 6-digit figures. He's buying a bag. He's going on vacations.
Yep.
What does that really mean? You know what I mean?
It's all surface.
This guy's a married vet right here, man. Listen, school him by it. Tell him.
Listen, it's like I said, it's hard work, man.
Hard work.
But you have to. No days off. You have to put yourself aside in many situations. Pride, ego, and fellas, it's not easy. No. Especially if you're a real man. You have you cut from a cloth of something, whether you've seen it from an uncle, a cousin, or father. You know, your father. It's a certain way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a man that's gonna stay true, a lot of times you may clash with your significant other or your loved one. Believe me, because she may be someone just as headstrong, just as solid, someone who's put in just as much work. So it may be, you know, you're gonna run into something, but the way you figure it out is you have to come to that common ground. You gotta be able to sit down, like I said, put that ego aside. She has to put that ego aside. Listen to me, and not just listen, feel me, feel what I'm saying.
But in your situation, Mike, because I know in my past relationships, it's very hard for a woman to put their pride and ego to the side. Because when we tend to talk, they kind of get defensive. They come with their excuses, their justification, their 100%. Reasons. Because you only know what you know. You know what I'm saying? We all come from different environments, backgrounds. We was raised different. We watching all these love and hip hop and all the stupid shit they be watching that be messing up y'all brain, thinking this is how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, definitely.
How does that work in your situation? Is your wife like at a ratio, like say out of 100%, 70, 30, 50, 50? How does that role play in your household? Okay,
so that aspect of when someone says 50-50, in all reality, can you achieve that? In certain situations, certain times of a marriage, through years, you can.
Yeah.
But in a lot of situations, it won't be.
Yeah.
It may be 70-30. It may be 60-40. It may be 80-20, depending on, you know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, nobody's perfect. You know, no matter what you see on this reality show or what your homegirl is telling you about her relationship, and 9 times out of 10 about that, let me just tell you, she's not keeping it buck. She's definitely not keeping it real. It's definitely surface. Because you'll have a situation where the two dudes may talk, you know what I'm saying? Females, you don't understand that.
Yeah, Absolutely.
We know what's going on
We're gonna keep it real.
Because men have unwritten communications. You know what I'm saying? That they don't
Facts.
talk about online and this show.
We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna sit in the
With
barbershop
each other.
telling you
Absolutely.
the headaches that y'all bringing to the table
Absolutely.
and all this
Absolutely.
dumb shit that you're complaining about y'all feelings. And all feelings are not facts, females. Just
Yes.
because you're having a feeling, you can have the feeling. Bring your feeling to your man. Tell him your feeling.
100%.
Y'all talk about it. Once you get it out, listen to him to understand, not respond.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And once you hear him, if you have no proof about the feeling that you are having, for the sake of both your peace of minds and your relationship, you should just go with what the man is saying. You know what I mean? Does that happen in your relationship all the time?
It happens because females are going to be, the ultimate emotional being in a relationship. I'm not saying men don't get emotional, 100%. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to certain things, a woman may have, and I've, from just past situations, a woman may have a dream, a feeling or something, and she will make it seem like this was in the news, like this was fact,
like it's a fact.
that it was on CNN with reporters there with a camera filming this, you know what I'm saying?
Cut it out.
And you're like, listen, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. It's just your feeling.
Get your emotion out, calm down. Now listen to me.
Exactly.
Think about what I'm saying, feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not it. You had that feeling on this stuff. I'm sorry you did. I can try to, I can give you the reassurances, and that is, reassurance is one of the strongest pillars of any relationship, marriage, anything, especially marriage. Reassurance is when that man can listen to you, understand you. And ladies, he may get defensive, he may get upset. That doesn't mean he's lying, because he just you gotta think about it. Because a man knows everything he's doing, what he's trying to achieve, what work he's putting in. So when he hears something that just sounds like
way off, like some space
you
cadet shit.
You go to Mars with it. He wants to say sometimes, ladies, yo, what are you fucking talking about?
Exactly.
But what a man should do, and sometimes it's hard, but he still give you that time, express yourself,
let you air it out.
Listen, take it in, breathe. Now, you have to be a female who's ready for this rebuttal.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to explain to you what it is.
Exactly.
How you feeling this, I understand, but this is what happened.
Yeah.
How you thought this, but this is what really happened. Let me explain this. And you have to take that, and then you have to move on. You can't live in it. You can't stay in it for a week. You can't stomp around the house.
Especially if you have no proof.
That's
you
it.
came with your feeling. You spoke your feelings to your significant other. Your man listened to you, and then he told you, I understand how you feel. I hear how you feel. In his brain, he's probably saying, how the fuck did you come up with that feeling?
Absolutely.
But he's not going to say that, though.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to say, baby, that's not the case. ABC, da-da-da-da. And for the sake of the relationship, if you have no proof on that feeling, because it's not a fact. If you have proof, then go ham. You know what I'm saying? If he did something and you got your I's are being dotted, your T's are being crossed, then you have all assurance to go in. But if you're just going off a whimsical feeling, you had an assumption with nothing to bring to the table, for the sake of your relationship and the sake of y'all not ruining something, after you say what you say, after he says what he says, and I'm pretty sure, like, my man is married here, so if you marry the guy, if he's your main guy, you should kind of, obviously you have some type of respect for him.
Absolutely.
You think he's smart. He don't turn stupid because you have a feeling. He was smart when you was in a good mood. So let's not forget that he's not smart anymore just because you come through with your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, by you know what I'm saying? You gotta tell him, man.
It's like, leave the emotion the same way the man has to. We gotta leave the ego at the door. Because females will always tell a man that.
Yeah.
You have to know when to check that emotion and listen to sound information, to what I'm telling you, to what happened, what's going on, and that also is, like I said, reassurance. Communication is another pillar, just as strong as reassurance. Communication is A1.
Yeah.
And if it comes to a situation where, whether it be more detail, more explanation, more, get it, give it, and receive it. Same way. If I'm giving it to you, listen to it. If I'm talking to you and I need it because I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to comprehend something, I may look at you and say, well, okay, what does that mean? Or what happened? I'm not gonna attack it like you. I'm not gonna stomp around. I'm not gonna scream at the top of my lungs. I'm not. I just need to know. You know what I'm saying? And again, sit back. Receive what I'm asking you.
Listen to understand.
Give me something, because it's the same way. I gotta check my ego at the door and do this and give you that reassurance. You understand what I'm saying? Men and females need the same thing. Sometimes it's different wording. Different. It may be in a different tones. It may be in a different thought. It may be in a different order.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A man may just want to know straight facts at first. Then he'll work on details. A female may want to know what the guy in the corner was wearing when you was there. You understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't have to do with anything too.
And it doesn't. But they're in a lot of their minds. It's like, I need this to build something. And they're going to either build what they want to build in here, or they're going to listen to what you're saying, receive it, and we're going to get over it.
That's a fact. Because
moving. You know
they're coming at you like you on trial already. You know what I'm saying? Stop coming at your man like he's on trial, he's being prosecuted. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You're innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere.
You with this man, you love him, you respect him. When you're in a good mood, he's the best thing since hot bread. You cannot, that doesn't go out the window just because you have this whimsical feeling with no proof. If you have the proof, like I said, if you have the proof and you got him, then you go in. You know what I'm saying? I can't take that away from you. But if you just go off a feeling and you feel like this, I feel like that. Like I was married one time by you know
absolutely, and you can give that opinion from a divorced man who was married, who wasn't a long time relationship itself. You know what I'm saying?
Long time. I was married for about 8 years, together for 13 years, and one of the reasons why our relationship failed because my significant other wasn't willing to grow. We all have to have self-awareness, and self-awareness is everything. Yes, we talk about communication, but what's communication if we not understand? It sounds like, what's his name? Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. I'm like, it's pointless. If I'm talking and you hearing something totally different, where we really going with this? You know what I'm saying? I can agree to disagree, but we have to be in alignment on certain things. And that's why I promote self-awareness, reading, working on yourself, because you might be an insecure person. If you're an insecure person, you come with your insecure feelings. Is that fair to me? Is that fair to him? And vice versa. If your man is insecure and he's coming to you and he's talking about, well, I don't want you to go outside because 100 dudes is trying to talk to you, I want you to stay home, you're gonna look at him like he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Like, we gotta really cut it out.
Absolutely. Now, when you say the self-awareness, you being someone that I know, family, brother. I know.
I this guy since like the 3rd grade.
We go back like you know, some railroad and train tracks.
This guy was roofing blue handballs over a 5-story building, man, at 8 years old, man.
You know what I'm saying? I know your self-awareness. I know, you know what I'm saying, your the way you attack your health, your body, your mental. You know what I'm saying? What do you say to someone out there that wants to bring that aspect to their relationship? Like, I want to be better, you know, I want my self-awareness to be better. I want to work on myself.
Yeah.
What's something that, you know what I'm saying, you've done?
Well, for me, I try to read, because I know we only have certain information that we have up until right now.
Yeah.
Depending, you might not have good parents, you know what I'm saying? You might not have good friends, you might not have good teachers. So we all have the information that we have at this moment is what we have accumulated up until this time right now.
Absolutely.
And you only know what you know. So if I was a negative dude and I'm in my 30s right now, I might not have no idea I'm a negative dude because I'm not self-evaluating myself. I'm not going out there and seeking new information. So you have to start reading self-help books. You have to stop. I'm sorry, it's not stop, but you have to start self-evaluating yourself and seeing, are you self-sabotaging yourself and your relationship? You know what I'm saying? Because you're never going to know that you're doing that if you're just on autopilot, been doing what you've been doing for the last 10, 15 years. The next 10, 15 years will be the same thing. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? And in my relationship, when I was married, I was very pessimistic and narcissistic at one point. I admit to that.
Okay.
And it took me reading and realizing, hey, the way your mind is going and what you was thinking and how you're thinking is not right and conducive to your relationship. But I didn't know that at the time, but I was tired of bumping my head, arguing and realizing, yo, I'm the problem. I was the problem in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I would have never knew that if I didn't start reading certain self-help books and start really paying attention to me and me being the change. Because when you in it, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you playing chess.
100%.
You playing chess, I'm playing him. The person who's standing above me watching the game, they're saying in their head, yo, why he don't make that move? Why he don't? But I can't see it that I can make that move because I'm in the game. It's like you being in shit. You don't smell. You've been in shit so long, you don't even realize it stinks until you get out of it. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to do, and I take full responsibility. And at the time, I told my significant other that because, I was the cause. But when you've been doing something and thinking a certain way, that's your reality. You don't know that you off.
You don't know.
Because I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
But once I started looking for it, I'm like, oh shit, hold up, nigga, I'm the fucking off one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
I think on a married tip, it's exactly the same. You have to, like I said, that checking the ego at the door or taking a look back. It's all about communication. Listening to something and looking at it from that point. You always hear the term, if you walk in my shoes, or if you want.
Yeah.
And I've heard that numerous times over the years I've been together in general with my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you should do this, or if you was in my shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not from her, I'm saying in general, but the two of you, whatever you're going through, to really feel what someone's feeling.
Yeah.
You got to put yourself in their shoes.
Absolutely.
In the sense of really step out the box and think about if it was you.
Yeah.
And you two, remember, again, no matter what, you two change. You're two individual people already off the rip. So you're always going to handle things different.
Absolutely.
And that's also a sign of, that doesn't mean a man doesn't love you. That doesn't mean your woman doesn't love you.
Yeah.
But you're not going to see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to remove yourself from the situation. Think about it. Analyze it and say, you know what? Damn, you know what? She may have sounded a little wild, a little this, but I can get it. Because if that was me, I'm not going to respond the same.
Yeah.
But I understand I would respond some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I would feel a certain way. I would act a certain way, actually. I would ask certain questions now.
Yeah.
And that's when that reassurance kicks in. Reassure. It's like reevaluate and reassure. Think about that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? On any clash, because you don't want to stay in a place. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there, whether they're young or old. You hear them all been together 25 years. You ask somebody, how many years been good?
Yeah.
They may not be able to tell you, but they've been together 25.
And some of them be roommates doing it for the kids.
Oh,
it's cheaper to keep up.
It's a million of that. And me personally, I know I can't be in that. And I don't knock people's situations.
Yeah.
But you have people that don't vacation together, don't sleep in the same room, but will literally be together for the kids. And they make that, see, that's sacrifice. They sacrifice that for the children. You know what I'm saying? But then look on that other aspect. You here, they there. Exactly. You're on two different worlds, two different playing fields, and you're there for the children. And then children start to realize, because kids are not, especially in this day and age, where everything's available. Kids may look at how you look at your mother, your wife or your husband and say, "Mommy, what's going on?" You looking at them like,
they on point nowadays.
You know what I'm saying? So think about this. So imagine being together 25 years, hating each other, not sleeping together, going on different vacations, but still just showing up at the birthday together. Them kids may not say nothing until but they know what's up. So think about that. You know what I'm saying?
And you're wasting your life and your time because you're not
Absolutely.
happy.
You don't get that time back.
You can't get that time back.
You don't get that time. It's no, so remember I always say, it's no do-overs,
It's
man.
no do-overs, man. It's a one-shot deal, man. This is not Contra, Unlimited Continues, man.
It's like at the arcade back in the day. You put that, you have your quarter in for Street Fighter. You put 2 in, man. That's it. After that, you get.
That's it. It's over.
It's done. You know what I'm saying?
So,
you can't be out here playing, man. Especially when you got children involved, kids involved. You got families. You know, saying you get together with someone, families start to mesh. You take on, whether it's children together or you taking on a child or whatever. When that emotion gets mixed, it gels things, and it could also make things even more difficult, harder, whatever way you want to name it. I'm not saying it has to be bad, but this is the aspect of when you're tugging at each other. You can't play tug of war with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's not a marriage. That's not a relationship. That's not even a girlfriend, boyfriend. Why are you playing tug of war with your girl? It's like, listen, we on the same team.
Yeah, same team.
You got to be on the same team to win.
Facts.
That's the only way you're gonna win.
So, what would you think? Like, because I feel like when a lot of relationships start, you know, we going in, we looking at things from a different perspective. Like, we see the expectations in our partner. We see the good. You know what I'm saying? We see the good, and we might see the bad at the beginning, but the good is outweighing the bad.
Yes.
So we kind of just like flowing in the back of our mind. We probably thinking like, I could change this person. This person's gonna change, and this, that, and the third. Do you think that once y'all get to that aspect what you was talking about, as far as the roommate situation, being there for the kids, would you stay? Like, if you and your wife was not working out, would you? If she was, y'all just clashing, like you spitting your facts, she spitting a game, y'all just not meet in the middle, y'all constantly bumping heads, y'all had y'all run. Would you be in that situation, or would you just co-parent?
See, I think obviously everyone's situation is different. I would think that it would be up to the tolerance. Me personally, I know, you know, I love my wife with everything. You know what I'm saying?
She men are unconditional, man.
And it is, and like
female,
I said,
she's not happy and she ain't feeling good. She's sugar the shit in seconds, man.
she gonna give you that hell. You know what I'm saying?
They're chasing that feeling, man. Listen, feelings come and go, man. They fluctuate.
Absolutely. I think in my situation, you owe it to that person. You would owe it to that person. You would owe it to your children. You would owe it to your family and to yourself.
Okay.
If you're willing to be there just to be there, and really not be in it with your loved one, or you know what I'm saying.
So y'all basically would have that compromise, saying, "Listen, we're not feeling each other, but we're gonna fake the front, and she could do her, and you could do her. And we're just gonna put up a facade for the kids."
No, I wouldn't be with that. You know, some people out there, they're with it, and I guess I don't knock it. But I think.
So what if she?
You would have to owe that to that person. To, if there is someone out there that, you know what I'm saying, may be the person for them.
Okay.
Or you may have the person for you. You know what I'm saying. You would have to, again, and they go put the ego at the door. Both parties, no matter how hard it would get, you would have to make the right situation for you, because you're still, especially if you have children, you still have to be.
There's no days off.
You still have to be that father. You still have to teach those kids, because in my family situation, just a little background, you know, my father wasn't there physically, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? My mother and my father were together. You know, things don't work out with people.
Mr. Jones, man.
Absolutely.
That's a great man, man.
Senior, my man. You know what I'm saying? One of the best people I know ever. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
My father was always. My father was everything to me as a young man, to my sisters, and though him and my mother didn't work out, you know, with me being young, they still worked out. You understand what I'm saying? You got to think about that.
Co-parent.
My father was there for everything. He made sure we were good. He made sure, and that's what you're supposed to do as a man.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You can never forget about your little ones. You have to have that ego at the door.
Yeah.
If your lady happens to move on, not want you, whatever, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Females, if a man moves on, and it happens in all different subjects, all different ways. It could be a good exit, it could be bad. But at some point, time goes on. You have to move on. You have the biggest situation is the children. And if he's on living his own life, you're living your own life, they'll still have to come together.
Yeah.
You know, would it be better to stay with someone and hate them and still raise children? Like I said, it depends on the
hate
people.
them unless y'all compromise where she could do her.
Yeah, not necessarily
hate. Is a strong word.
Yeah, not necessarily hate, but if you're in a situation where, for, you know, like I said, for whether it be for show or for the situation that works for you,
For the gram.
For the gram, we're gonna stay together, take these pictures like we lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
When I got two girls and you're with someone, but we have children, That's cool.
Yeah.
That won't be me.
Yeah.
That's what, you know, I'm like, I'm not knocking it,
Yeah.
but that's not me. That's not how I'm built. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I said, I've, you know, you have your own situation and you have your own way that you see your life working out.
Mm.
You have to know what's the most important.
But
Whether
peace
it
of
be
mind is the most important, no?
For some, it could be
Yeah.
peace of mind, or it could be
Children.
or showing that we're still together.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
by a certain age, again, the way kids are,
Yeah. They're gonna pick it up.
if you're not, because you could also be someone who, I won't say fake it, but if you want to put on a certain facade for people or family or your children,
Mm-hmm.
at some point, you know, it's not like a Lifetime movie. At some point,
Yeah.
these kids nowadays are extremely smart.
And it's
Kids-
time wasted too.
And then
You're
what I
getting
went
older.
back to,
They getting older.
you know, you have to see how you want your life to be.
Mhm.
You're doing this, but can you really miss someone who's meant for you?
Yeah.
That goes on both aspects.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But going back to, you know what I'm saying, the situation when you're with somebody, you
Mm.
have to, without, you know, bias or anything or any opinion, you have to make that decision. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And whatever you two come up as a grown up, you make it respectfully for each other.
Yeah.
Whether you have children, you make it respectfully for your children. And number one, as a man, always be there for your children. Don't matter how bad she is, how much you hate her.
Mhm.
I've heard all types of situations. Like I said, I don't knock people,
Yeah.
but I don't condone and agree when a man ain't taking care of his, regardless.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
that's what's left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're dust and bones, you have to think about that. Because I know that's what I think about. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know, you may be thinking about playing Madden instead. Again, that's
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know, fellas and ladies,
And ladies.
remember the children aren't to blame. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And don't put them through hell.
Yeah, just
That's a
because he
whole-
moved on,
that's a
y'all
whole
ain't
nother
work
show.
out.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't want to be with him no more. It's not working out. You came to mutual agreements. Stop putting that man. If he's a good father, he's a good man. He's there for his kids. Stop putting him through that hellhole because he moved on. You already got. You know you're not working out. He's not gonna stay single forever. You know what I'm saying? If he's taking care of his kids and he's doing what he have to do, let's keep the courts out of it. Let's keep the government out of it.
100%.
We don't gotta put nobody on child support. We don't have to put the pride and the ego to the side. Don't be petty just because he moved on and you didn't.
Do
Because
it.
once you move on, you're not gonna care about all that.
Yeah.
So it all depends, in my opinion, who moves on first. But from what I've seen, females get very, very petty because their child's father moved on. But you guys know you can't work. So what you mad for?
That's it.
He still want to do that for the kids. He still want to co-parent. Now, if you have a dirtbag dude, that's a whole nother
That's
video.
different.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
It's different.
But yeah, me personally, I'm not. My peace of mind is more important. No, right now, I don't have kids. Kids is definitely a priority in my future.
Mhm.
But if I went and tried to exhort all my sources to make something work, and
Mhm.
we just cannot work,
That's it.
what can I do? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stay in a situation for my children. I'm gonna try my best to be your friend because I do love you. I do have love for you.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
just ain't getting along.
Yeah.
We just
That's
say
all.
meshing. We not in alignment, but we could be good co-parents for our kids, and there don't have to be no animosity. You know what I
Not
mean?
at all. No, it shouldn't be. We came in this as something. We can
Mhm.
still leave as something. Whether it be we came in love and we had children, we can still leave. Like Jay said, the best of co-parents.
Mhm.
The people literally putting everything aside for that child, having clear communication and respect.
Absolutely.
Respect and communication.
Absolutely.
That goes for girlfriend, boyfriend, and a marriage. You gotta have both.
Facts.
And again, going back to people aren't perfect.
Mhm.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
People make mistakes. People may make, a mistake more than once, countless.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
all in the way. It's all in the way that you know what I'm saying. You attack it,
Yeah.
because the end is always moving forward. Like I said, no one wants to stay back. No one wants to stay. You know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
You don't want to stay complacent. You don't want to stay in the old place. Being together with somebody, being together with my wife, which, you know what I'm saying, everything to me. It's
Great
been there.
woman. Shout out to Miss Jones too.
Absolutely. She's been there through everything. Held me down. Always been there. Best mother. You know what I'm saying? You could have best wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
a fact.
just there. But we have that respect. We have that communication.
Mhm.
Does she yell at me? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But when a tone is
keep
low,
it 100
I'm
here.
telling
Keep
you,
it the
dude,
raw.
shit, listen, and I'm telling you, it's when you see on TV and you see on a reality show, you see the dude going here and they're shopping and they're smiling. It's cool. I'm not saying you don't have that, but all the real shit that happens, whether they say it's reality or not, it's not, because they're not giving you that. They're not letting you know that. A lot of people
giving you the tea right now.
That's it, man.
That's how they call it now, the tea.
Yes, they call it the tea, but I'm giving it. I'm saying it's the
raw
real
right now.
The real. That fake shit you see is fake. Believe me. It's for views. It's for money. It's for this. It's for that. When you put them on, when you put them in there and you ask them the real, then that's when you see someone breaking down and giving it to you, or someone getting emotional like this is what happened.
Facts.
And we can still only say, well, I want to do this, and people will always say that, but you never know what you would do literally until you in that situation in the person's shoes. You understand what I'm saying? Because you may do something and someone says, well, and that's a sign. You're looking at like, she say that.
Yeah.
Something comes out months later, and you're like, oh, look at this. And you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But me, from the beginning, you're going to say, listen, we're going to work through it.
That's it.
We're not staying here. We always keep telling you, we're always trying to go. You be there for him. You listen to her, you listen to him. You keep doing that, you could do that shit till the wheels fall off. Y'all got each other. You're good.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When that back start hurting, she gonna rub it for you. You know what I'm saying? When her feet start hurting, you're gonna rub, and that's what you want. If you out here, like I said, I don't knock dudes out here still getting older, out here doing their thing. No problem. Yeah. But I know what's good for me. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And my marriage, this is what works. You understand what I'm saying? And we continue to build.
You gotta do what works, man.
That's it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. My man Stan.
Always.
Guest appearance, man. I appreciate my brother right here from a long time. We go back to the sandbox, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Absolutely, man.
Leave your comments. If you want to see my man back, we got plenty of things to talk about. Married, seasoned veteran, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got more to speak about, but I appreciate it. Proud of my man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes out there talking, but it's not a lot of dudes out there giving you the real. And Jay is letting you know, man.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Absolutely.
The real. Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn.
PK.
Y'all already know. You.